Hello everybody, this is Joe being videos on the Gemmy Master Animatronics, and what I have for you today is a collection video of various company dancing characters, mostly Great American Fun Corp, but some of them, I think a few companies work together with making these. I think some of them are made by Playmotions, some of them are made by Playtronix, some of them there's some Gemmy ones, but those are separate because they are designed different. But the fabric they used is pretty much the same, though. I think Novelty Inc. made some of these. Well, because the only reason I say that is because those reindeers seen the blues, and there's a lot of singing gorillas that have that recording too. And there's Santa versions of those. I'll get into the review in a sec, but yeah. So yeah, I was gonna originally do a video of the separate series the other day, but I had done a separate series videos of the hip hop ones and the microphone or the shaking characters. But then when I rewatched the video on my phone, my microphone was acting up and it sounded terrible. I got so mad I threw my phone on the floor and deleted the video because it would have sounded terrible. It was bad. So I'm remaking it into a big collection video, and I'm also going to be making a separate video showing ones that I don't have anymore that I used to have. I don't have footage of every single character I had in my, because these were in stores when I was a kid. These were in stores from 1998 through 2000. That's when these were all made, pretty much. And I don't have videos of every single one that I used to have, but I do have some. Like I had a second one of those. I gave another one of that to Lucas that I found just this last year. Legendary Lucas. I had another one of these with the shirt button shut that the speaker was blowing out. I gave it to Kevin. I had another green jacket bunny and a blue jacket bunny, which I also gave to Kevin. I had a pink bunny with a guitar that I gave to Bailey, which like I said, I'm going to have a separate video of these. I can't find a video of my second green jacket bunny, but I'm sure there is somewhere. It's just I have so many videos. But I used to have a white one of this. I passed on a vampire of that I saw back in like 2013 or so. Don't remember what year. I had another one of these. I had two more of these in my childhood. The one I got from stores, and then another one I found at rummage sale later. Almost all of the shaking ones I had as a kid, the speakers blew out, so then they got thrown out. I used to have one of these as a kid, but it had this face. I had one of that as a kid, and it got thrown away. And that one even worked. So it was just gone one day. And then I had one of these as a kid, and I had another hip-hop Santa that I found at a rummage sale that didn't last very long. This is my very, very first animated item that I've ever gotten, the hip-hop Santa. And this one's never needed any kind of repair work or anything. It still fully works. It's just really old looking. So anyways, we are going to start off with the hip-hop series. Then we'll do the shaking series, and then I think these are called Twisters series. Rock and Twisters. I don't know. There's Carlos the Cactus. I had 11 of those as a kid. 3 orange, 4 red, and 4 yellows. I do have an orange sombrero one somewhere, but it's just the fabric. But yeah. Oh yeah, and I had another one of those snowmen too, which I also gave to Kevin, but my other one was like crippled. And these arms are posable on these ones. Oh. Yeah, so one arm was like this, and the other one was like behind its head, and it looked retarded. But even after I posed them forward, it was still kind of crooked. And I don't remember if I just said I had a white one of that got thrown out somehow, and another white of that. Which, this is my first one of that, and this band around his head is always off. It was like that when I got it. Anyways, but this is one I got off eBay just a few days ago. It's a hip-hop scarecrow pumpkin guy, and it has yarn for the hair hat, whatever. Also, this is not even a fourth of the collection being complete. It's endless. It's an endless series. There's a Frankenstein version of this. There's a ghost. There's see this snowman and this reindeer. There's a Santa Elvis style version of those. These sing the same song. This reindeer sings the same hip hop Santa song. There's a snowman one that sings the hip hop Santa song. This one and these two are not hip hop series, but I think they're like disco series, but There is also shaking versions of this. There's also a ghost and a pumpkin of that too. There is a Frankenstein of this. Basically, there's there's probably even some witch ones. There's blue vampires with the guitar that plays the blues, as well as a Frankenstein. There's a vampire of this. There's a ghost of this. There's a scarecrow. There's all the characters. They made a character for each series and version. Like these, there's probably 2 other variants of these bunnies. This one only sounds good with good batteries. I think the board's going out. These 2 do not work at all. They're both fried. This one wasn't at first, but then it just did. Randomly, it just stopped singing and it would constantly move, and then it stopped doing that. This one never worked. Also, I had another one of these in 2009 that I got from a rummage sale, but it didn't talk. The talking or the singing was fried, so it just moved. This one does not move, but this one does sing. That's the one I found at a rummage sale when Kevin was over in 2016, and it is broken. That one does not go to side either. That one works fully. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot. I'm trying to get through the talking parts, but you guys will probably skip anyways. So yeah, again, there's a bear version of that. The variants are endless. There's a blue bunny with a guitar. There's a this is a Valentine series. There's probably this character with a guitar that plays the blues. I saw a white version of this with this face on for sale on like Google or like on a website. I didn't get it though. So yeah. Anyways, we'll start. And then there's a bunny in a green too. And then there's one of these in a yellow dress. It's actually in a dress. I saw it on eBay once, so again, the variants are endless. And then for those Christmas series, there is 2 versions of Christmas trees. One that sings Rock Around the Christmas Tree and one that sings Feliz Navidad. And they look exactly the same. There's no difference to tell apart. There's a bunch of different like Playmotion ones. Those are the Playmotion ones right there. Have the Gambler, the Cactus. There's an orange one too. That's the red one. And then there's like a bunch that dance on like a horse or a camel. There's a bunch of them. There's other versions of cactuses, Christmas cactuses, so again, it's endless. Anyways, yeah, now we're gonna start. But also, one last thing. All these pretty much I got off eBay, except for the ones that remained from my childhood. All these I got off eBay last year in 2019. They were popping up a lot last year.
When the ghosts and the ghouls are out in the town, they're looking for a place where they can get down to the groovy Halloween
bitch. Sorry, my video, my memory was kind of out, so I had to delete some more videos that I have already uploaded. I didn't want to have to pause because now I'm going to have to put it through the editor and add the clips together, and that's what I try not to do. Anyways, yeah, here we go now. Oh, I turned it. And sometimes these play twice because they just reactivate themselves sometimes.
When the ghosts and the ghouls are out in the town, they're looking for a place where they can get down to the groovy Halloween beat. Look out, they're coming for a trick or treat. Hip hop Halloween. Hip hop Halloween. Hip hop Halloween. Hip hop Halloween.
And then in these hip hop ones, the batteries go down in them vertically. Like, here's the fried ones. Yeah, they just go in, slip in like that. So they have to have a cover because they have springs connected to the cover. But these 2 don't work, like I said. And then also, I'm going to have a playlist linked in the description that's going to have all videos of Great American Fun Corp items. All videos that I was able to find. So you guys can view that. And then the second video will come out of the ones that I used to have. This one's not as loud as this one. And then this is a Pumpkin Pals series, and this is the only one I got this one from like a rummage sale in like 2005 or so, and This is the only one. This one's alone in the series of my collection. There's no other pumpkin pals, but there is. If there's a vampire, remember that there's a ghost as well. There's a Frankenstein, and then there's going to be a scarecrow pumpkin one too. So they would have made all 4 of those characters. And again, there might be witch characters too. This one's motion activated. All the rest are sound activated. This is the only one that's actually just motion censored. And this one only talks really good if the batteries are fresh. Otherwise, it's so staticky sounding and you can't really even hear or understand it. This one might have been a late... Nah, never mind. Probably not. Okay, here's a pimp vampire. You guys can read that for yourselves. I don't need to read it for you. These ones have a battery cover like that. Some of them struggle to start up. Now the hip-hop channels.
It wasn't that the corp racing off to the house. Nobody was stirring, not even a mouse. The Santa came along with the groovy little button that he shot up the chimney singing Merry Christmas too. Hip-hop Santa. Hip-hop Santa. Hip-hop Santa. Hip-hop Santa.
This one's face shape has always been different than the other ones I've seen, which this one's just so unique to me. I've also really liked the colored square pads that are on most of their feet. It's just kind of interesting.
It wasn't that the corp racing off to the house. Nobody was stirring, not even a mouse. The Santa came along with the groovy little button that he shot up the chimney singing Merry Christmas too. Hip-hop Santa. Hip-hop Santa. Hip-hop Santa. Hip-hop Santa.
The reindeer, this one doesn't sound as good.
Nobody was stirring, not even a mouse. The Santa came along with the groovy little button that he shot up the chimney singing Merry Christmas too. Hip-hop Santa. Hip-hop Santa. Hip-hop Santa. Hip-hop Santa.
And here's the Disco Snowman. This one literally has the shortest all the Great American Fun Corp ones have really short activations. That's the only bad thing about them. And but this one has the shortest. Like this one's like even shorter than most of them. And then also when these were in stores, they were actually turned on sensors, so like they were always on. So they were always like activating on the shelves. Okay, here's this one.
You can tell by the way we drive our players to have it down on Christmas Day.
That's literally it for his son. And again, there's a reindeer version of this, a Santa version. Like I said, there's all the character versions for each different like style character type. There's probably even like chickens or something of this too, like chicks and ducks. I wouldn't be surprised.
That cool bunny. Now he's coming running. He got this special treat for you and me. So just dig that bunny and shake it up.
This one sounds the best out of all. And also these were pretty much just all sold at Walmart and Kmart.
Check out that bunny. Nice. That cool bunny. Now he's coming running. He got this special treat for you and me. So just dig that bunny and shake it up.
Okay, and this one only moves when the batteries are fresh. When they're kind of, even just kind of low, he doesn't move. His mechanism is kind of broken.
Check out that bunny. That cool bunny. Now he's coming running. He got this special treat for you and me. So just dig that bunny and shake it up.
This one's also broken. This one sounds bad, and it barely moves. It moves kind of weird, but this one still has the tag though. Try me, clap your hands, Kmart. They've cut out the price tag because people on eBay don't want you to know what the original prices were. And no, the ears on these you might think are actually posable or bendable, but they're really not. I've tried and they don't really pose or anything. Alright, so moving on to the shaking series. So there's ones with microphones. I'm going to turn this one off because it'll keep going with me being over here. But there's a microphone series, and then there's the headphone wrapping series, and then there's the guitar blues series. Again, for each holiday, Valentine's, Easter, Christmas, and Halloween. And there's at least 4 characters of different characters. Like, you know, again, there's that black gorilla one, but then there's also a bear. And with those, there's 2 more with different faces. That one is Great American Film Corp, but I bet there's a shaking version of that too. That's like this, because it's basically the same thing. Also, the switch on this one's so old that the switch is really glitchy, and this one just the bottom always falls out. I wish I would have got the one that I saw at that rummage sale a few years ago, because it was really a nice shape looking and had another red strap going around it. But I didn't get it. And then my first one of that I found at a thrift store in 2007. It's in my 2007 collection videos. Okay, here. See. See, it just always falls off. This one's in much better condition. Now these ones are probably my favorite ones of the shaking series. I love the songs on each of these. These two have the same song. That one's lower pitch and quieter than this one, but this one's still pretty quiet too. And again, there is a Santa version. There's yeah. And then there's a vampire scarecrow, and a ghost of this too. But this scene's a parody of Saturday called Halloween. And I was really excited and happy when I found this on eBay last year, because I really, really wanted a new one. Oh my god. Oops. We'll do that again. I really like the bunny is probably my favorite though, because song sounds cool. I can't identify what the song is called though, so if one of you know, let me know. Yeah, it seems like kind of. I doubt it's an Elvis song, but sorry. This is the only one that's really loud. These others are pretty quiet, actually. I don't remember what pitch my second one was that I found at a rummage sale. I'm sure I have a video of it that exists before the speaker blew out on one of my DVDs or like tape footage, but I haven't been able to find it. But I know I definitely did make a video of it at least once. And it's hard to find a video that I made once out of all the millions that I made. But I have videos of my old one when the speaker was blowing out for sure, but that doesn't really help much. Because this one's a higher pitch one, and each one usually has a different pitch. So anyway, here's the snowman one. They don't always play a second time. Mostly the hip-hop ones do, but if you lay them on their back or sides, they usually do actually keep going because the counterweight spins a little bit and it reactivates them somehow. Here's the bunny one. And this one was like one of the last ones I got off eBay last year, and his speaker had already blown out, so I had to put a new one on it. Oh my god. I'll do it again, but the bunny one I had was just like this. It did the same thing, but saying, you know, Easter lyrics about Peter Cottontail. But again, you'll see that in the other video that I upload.
I bring home the chocolate, cards and flowers do, to make you happy. I know just what to do. Oh, won't you be my Valentine, so you can be alright.
And I think my old childhood one of this one, the speaker blew out too, which is why that one got thrown away. Again, all my shaking ones I had of these as a kid, the speakers blew out. That's the reason they're not here with me anymore. And I didn't know, you know, obviously how to replace them back then. I can tell this one's speaker is going to go up because it's scratchy sounding. Yeah, I like this one's high pitch. It's pretty high pitch, and I like the sound of it. Gemmy God had this one, but his was really low pitch. For this one, I have to take batteries out of another one because I didn't put batteries in that one. Sorry.
Jingle all the way. What fun, just about a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle rap. Yo. Jingle rap.
These ones have black bottoms. This one is Great American Fun Corp, but these two are not. And again, there is a Snowman and Santa version of this with the same song. Okay, now the Carlos, the Cactus. These ones are actually broken. They don't move side to side. They just move back and forth. And I don't really feel like opening them and fixing them just for that. Because it's been years since I had them in my collection, so I just want to leave them for a bit. This one sounds better than that one. This one isn't too loud or good sounding, but this yellow one is decent. But the Cactuses are always interesting because some of them have really bad sounding quality, and some of them have really good. Some of them are high pitch, and then some of them are really low pitch. I'd never had a really low pitch one, but one of my last red sombrero one I had as a child, which didn't move as crazy as most of the... I think there's like the later models didn't move as crazy because I think these were the very first items that had this kind of animation. Because these came out before the Gemmy. The Gemmy ones were made in 2000. These ones were earlier. And these ones move crazier than even all the other Great American. Like, they're just so floppy moving. So they broke a lot easier. They have like a gummy gear in them that dries up and it breaks. It cracks apart. And the plastic overall is just bad. The wires would always tear too. They wouldn't... Like, sometimes you couldn't even see that they were physically off. They would just be torn. But yeah. But one of my orange ones and one of my red ones was high pitch, and then the rest were normal pitch, but some of them were bad sounding that I had as a kid. But these two are just average. These are ones that need 100% fresh batteries for them to sound good, otherwise they won't sound good at all. What the? Now the Christmas ones. $20. Jesus. Now one of these came as a lot of two. One of them moves, but it's more muffly and low pitch than the other. The other one is high pitch and loud. The one that's high pitch used to move, but a wire came off already. That's what I mean. They didn't last very long. Then the other one does still move though. Sorry. Here's the other tag on it. I had a plush Squeeze Me Santa and Snowman with this recording too. Yeah. And here's this series, the Halloween Dancers or whatever. This is the only Halloween one I have of this series, but again, there is a lot more, I'm sure. That's it. Then again, I had a white one of this, and when these were in stores, there was actually a dancing guy one too. Like there was a person one. I don't remember much about it though. These ones have really sensitive sound sensors. The Cactus ones do. The first orange cactus I got was already broken in stores. It didn't move, but I still wanted it. My parents didn't want to because they had said that I was just going to start crying over the fact that it didn't work, and I said I wouldn't. Then when I got it home, these used to overstimulate me. I would turn them all on and put them all as close as I could to each other, so when these would move, they would hit each other and set each other off, and the orange one being broken couldn't do that, so it wasn't setting the other one off. So guess what happened? I started crying and throwing a temper tantrum. Now here's this one. The green leather jacket. They're deteriorated. They used to be so much shinier and darker than this. The ones I gave to Kevin are just as bad. It's pretty sad. I can never find these ones for sale. I had a blue one before the blue one I had, which didn't move, so we took it back and got another one. But I did have 2 greens, but I bet there's another color too. Pink. I bet there's pink. Jesus. This one's so sensitive. Jesus. Then here's the Santa one. This one was had a lot of issues as a kid. Like the pitch, it would just act up all the time. It would just be kind of screwy. This one's side to side was broken for a long time too. This one actually did hot glue and it works. One time when I was still a kid, I also went to like this restaurant or whatever that had Christmas decorations, and they had a snowman and the reindeer one. I think they had another character. They might have had a duplicate. I don't remember. Gotta put batteries in the snowman one. This one's higher pitched than my second one was. No, these ones. This one's always had a wire off, so it's torn. It's never really moved. Okay, that's enough of you. And then I did actually buy one of these for Bailey a few years ago. He's never made a video of it, of course, because he's not even doing GMA anymore that much. But his is higher pitch. And this one, which is broken as well, the side to side, but I haven't fixed it yet. I almost got the orange one of this, but so someone else bid on it and I missed it. This one's called Poncho Pete. I've done reviews of all these ones. Well, not that one, but these ones. Oh my god, it's broken off again. This is my favorite Playmotions one. The gambler one. He is supposed to hold another card in that hand. I still have it laying on the shelf, I think. It fell off, of course, like that. Dang it. And here's... What the... Oh my god. I keep touching them now because like I don't have a lot of room. Maybe at the end we'll turn them all on, but... So this one actually is interesting because this one starts moving faster when the music gets faster. Okay, so here's the palm tree. This one's speaker blew out, so I had to. It's not very loud anymore because the one that's in it isn't very loud. These ones take 3 all these take 2 AA's. These Gemmy ones take 3. One of my other ones that got fixed a long time ago was put on the wrong way, so it would move back and forth like that. But that one eventually broke again. I think that might have been the speaker, so it got thrown away. Then I know there was at least 2 more. And when I first got my first VHS video camera, I showed the broken toys that were out in the shed, and there was 2 of the palm trees that were in parts. So I had 4 for sure, but I'm pretty sure I had more because again I had 10 of these, so I think I had more than 4 palm trees, but I don't remember as much. These ones also have like a flathead plastic piece. Also, these Gemmy ones have trimmy buttons, the Playtronic ones don't. The button in this one is in the coconut. Yes, these are posable and bendable. So yeah. And here's the cactuses. These 2 were fixed by Bailey because they were doing that stripped out thing. I had 10. These are the only 3 that remain in my collection. I let Bailey keep 3 others. These are actually the earlier versions. They made a later version of these that didn't dance as great. Like the mechanism is kind of different. Oh, because they're higher pitch. All these ones were way louder, and some of them were low pitch. 3 of them ended up getting thrown away and didn't make it. One of them is actually still in my storage unit in parts that I was also going to give to Bailey. This is the only one out of the 10 that has never needed any kind of repairs. It's still fully worked. It's never been opened. And all of them, this is why I say every animated item breaks at different times. Because, yes, I didn't get them all at the same time. It's like I got one and then sometimes I'd get 2 at a time. But they all broke at different times. Some of them lasted longer than others. Some of them broke quicker. And obviously this one's never broke. So this is why I say when someone asks me how long it's going to last, there's no answer. Because this is 10 of the same item and they all lasted different. And it's a basic thing. More advanced animatronics are going to have a shorter span because they do more. But anyways, here we go. And of course, the 3 that got thrown out, they were also stripped out, like these were. Bailey did something to fix them. Like I don't remember, but he did something to fix the mechanism on it. It was something that the gear went on. Like it was like stripping. I think he did some like drilling of some sort. I don't remember, but he did something obviously. But the 3 that got thrown away did have the stripped issue, and all 3 of them had blown speakers as well. These 2 are low pitch with good batteries. These ones, sombreros used to be round and flopped over their face. Yeah, half of them that I had, so about 5 of them were sewn. The other 5 were not. Actually, my very first one was not sewn to the top, so my first one's hat flopped over its face, and I thought that's how they were always supposed to be. Show this one again with fresher batteries. And I know there's more to the Halloween series. Okay, here's the ghost. Also, it's ripped on the back. Well, it's not ripped. I accidentally burned it with the soldering iron. Again, it's not moving again. I can't get it to... It's trying to move. There's cotton fabrics caught in the mechanism. See, some of these actually have like a fabric to like so that the cotton and shit doesn't get wrapped in the thing, but this one did. So that's why it's not moving. I do have a review when this did move though. It's not a review by itself. It's in a like video. It's called like random items. Like it's in the video I did with the crawling nose and all that. All right, now there's 3 more Playmotions ones left, and then that one. Then we've done them all. This one's the single werewolf that dances, and then this is the interactive TV one. There's a snowman, a Santa, a reindeer, a vampire, and probably a few others. And each of them have different sayings, so I'll have to accomplish getting the other ones sometime. This one's song is kind of dumb. Yeah, werewolves are coming. Yeah, you can tell they really didn't want to have copyright issues. This one's had his twist of it too, I think.
Werewolves are coming.
Yeah.
Werewolves are coming.
This one doesn't twist very well.
With Mr. Monster in Transylvania. What's it like being a Halloween monster? I feel good. Do you know we're all a little scared of you? That's the way I like it. And what do you do for fun? I do the mash. I do the moon smash. What do you monsters have planned for us on Halloween? We will rock you. Thank you, Mr. Monster. See you on Halloween.
So yeah, those ones have quite long activations. Now this is the last one, the snowman, and this one's probably my least favorite. I just don't really care for the song it has. It was in a lot though, so that's why I got it. Because it was in a lot with ones that I did want.
Here comes the snowman. It's the rockin' and rollin'. It's the dance is the breeze now. It's the chilly, chilly breeze now. Do it now. Chilly, chilly breeze. Here comes the snowman. It's the rockin' and rollin'. It's the dance is the breeze now. It's the chilly, chilly breeze now. Do it now.
one definitely has the longest song out of all of them. All of these dancing ones, probably. Okay, now that one is the last one, even though I've done like 3 reviews of this on this channel already. But yeah, again, it's not. I liked my white one more. It sounded better. This one's head is cracked. This one doesn't sound as good. It's always moved pretty weak. The white one continuously played. It had that a defect in the board where the sound sensor didn't work, so it would just go continuously when it was supposed to be sound activated. You'll see that in the other video. My dad hated these. The sound got so annoying to him. It's like a leather material, the face. Okay, well I'm going to pause while I turn them all on. Not all of them are going to be going. That one's probably not going to be going. And then one of the cactuses are not going to be going. But I'm going to do all of them going. And of course those, because they don't work. But yeah. Alright. Be good. See, it's really short. Like.
Yeah. Still pretty cool though.
Yeah. These are childhood. Like, I love these things.
Oh yeah, what kid doesn't?
Yeah.
Think about it, seriously.
Well, the stuff that's
Crappy.
yeah.
What quality, that kind of shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just and they're sound activated. Oh, good. This one does work. Thank God. But this one, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe the button probably doesn't work anymore. Now, I think it actually... Oh, good. This one does work. Thank God. But this one, I don't know. That one's way better. And high pitch. I like these. This is $20? These are $20 in stores? No way. I'm pretty sure these are all voiced by the same person, but there is a Santa Cowboy version just like this as well. But these are both apparently TL Toys, but this is Great American Fun Corp, and I think they make a big version of this too. Oh, what? I forgot to put batteries in it just a minute.
Hey, yo! You better watch out, better not cry, better not pout, I tell you why. Santa Claus is coming, Santa Claus is coming, Santa Claus is coming.
This doesn't have batteries in it either? Huh, the batteries must have died. Disco Snowman.
The snowman was a jolly happy snow, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. Frosty the snowman was a jolly happy snow, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. Hey, yo! You better watch out, better not cry, better not fall.
Now all at the same time.
Check out that bunny. That cool bunny. He's coming running. And he got this special treat. For you and me. Don't you dig that bunny? Pick it up.
Not even a mouse. The Santa came along with a groovy little move that he shuffled at the chimney singing Merry Christmas too. Hip hop Santa. Hip hop Santa. Hip hop Santa. Hip hop Santa.
When those ghosts and goblins come and knock on your door, you better have some candy. That's what they're looking for. When Halloween's coming, don't get those trick or treat food. Well, that's a joyful lesson on floor. Live a happy elf and Santa Claus. He's at home, home, home. You better be good. I'm a snowman, rock and roll man, yeah baby, I'm so cool.
Go ahead.
Check out that bunny, that cool bunny, he's coming running, and he got this special treat for you and me. Don't you just dig that bunny? Pick it up. I like nothing very much. I am a cactus. I am a cactus. Be careful if you touch.
One day at a Goodwill, I found a hip hop rabbit, but I didn't get it. Cause back then I was stupid enough to think these items actually take you know, Overwatch batteries. But and yeah, I need to turn it on. Has the tag too.
Yep.
a tree. Live by a werewolf, grab another doll. Grab another handful, reach that tree to your wall. I am a cactus, I am a cactus. I like dancing very much. I am a cactus, I am a cactus. Be careful if you touch. I am a cactus, I am a cactus. I like dancing very much. I am a cactus, I am a cactus. Be careful if you touch. I am a cactus. I like dancing very much. I am a cactus, I am a cactus. Be careful if you touch. I am a cactus, I am a cactus. I like dancing very much. I am a cactus. I am a cactus. I like dancing. Check out that bunny. That cool bunny. He's coming running. And he got this special treat. It's for you and me. Don't just take that bunny. Pick it up. a cactus. I am a cactus. I like dancing very much. I am a cactus. I am a cactus. Be careful if you touch.
When the ghosts and the ghouls are out in the town, they're looking for a place where they can
One day at a carnival, I found a hip hop rabbit, but I didn't get it. Cause back then I was stupid enough to think these items actually take you know, Overwatch batteries. But, and yeah, I need to turn it on. Has the tag too.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I also had these little squeeze me gorillas, a black and a white one. You squeeze them and they whistle and they say, "I go bananas over you." That's literally all they say. All right, here we go. Ah! So, guys, that's pretty much the end. So, let me know which series is your favorite and which character from each series is your favorite. Alright, well, see you later. Bye.